The man shoved the crushed ice from the fridge into his mouth. He looked like he was totally loving it. Then he gathered more crushed ice together and sucked it into his mouth. After that, he kept sucking on the ice buildup on the shelves. He licked the shelves until they were as smooth as mirrors. Only then did the man feel a lot more relieved. He buried his head in the fridge like he'd entered heaven. But suddenly he just started crying his eyes out right there in the fridge. He looked like someone had really wronged him. But pretty soon the man wiped away his snot and backed out of the fridge. As a burglar who'd broken in, he'd been trapped here for 2 days and 2 nights. If he didn't figure out a way to get out, he'd die of thirst. But getting out wasn't gonna be that easy. This mansion was on the 80th floor, and the whole place had bulletproof glass. Besides the locked front door, there was no way out. The man discovered the front door was made of solid wood. He ran his fingertips over every crack and crevice, looking for the weakest spot on the door to chisel with his knife. As long as he could chisel out a hole, he could open the door from the outside. The man quickly chiseled off the wood carvings on the outer panel, exposing the more fragile inner panel underneath. His confidence shot up, and he picked up the pace, but time kept ticking by. The busted air conditioner was getting hotter and hotter. The moisture he'd gotten from the fridge was quickly used up. He put down the knife and started looking everywhere for water to drink. But ever since he'd triggered the alarm, the whole house had been cut off from water. He crawled into the corner plant area and dug out the automatic sprinkler pipes. But when he opened them up, he found there wasn't a single drop of water inside. Finally, the man spotted the fish tank in the living room. He stuck his finger into the tank, got some water on it, and licked it. But the taste of salt water made his parched throat feel even worse. The man had no choice but to endure the hunger and thirst and keep chiseling the door. Suddenly the knife tip made a sound. He felt it with his finger. It didn't feel like wood. He quickly jabbed hard with the knife tip again. Then he discovered there was actually another layer of steel plate inside the door. Desperate, he lay on the coffee table and used the walkie-talkie to call his partners for help. He called out all night but never got any response. The next morning, the man picked up the phone ready to call the cops, but the phone had no signal. He then turned on the computer, only to find it had no internet connection either. Just then, the ventilation duct overhead caught his attention. The man suddenly had a bold idea.